Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Who's That Anime? Where we continue speaking about Cowboy Bebop. Halfway through this now. Also, our, we're hosted by myself, Colin, and other host, Steve.
That's me.
I'm mixing up, keeping it, keeping it different.
Keeping it fresh. You gotta keep the audience engaged.
Yeah,
Um,
yes, yes, that's exactly what that was.
yeah. As we discussed in our last episode, we're gonna continue to ramble whether people like it or not. So it's
I,
just how it's gonna be.
you're still better about
Not even close. I just remembered because we're recording again.
that.
I,
Uh,
I honestly hadn't given it a second thought, and then I remembered as I saw the frame that we're talking in.
I was it was it was many years ago on BUC Radio 2.
Oh
There
man.
was a DJ who took over from someone and covered for like the morning. I think it was Kevin. Is it Kevin Bacon?
Oh wait, you told us this is the one where you play a theme song.
Yeah, he basically played the Fraggle Rock tune all for like
That's
the entire week. He covered the show, and then got written complaints, and he was like, you know what? I don't care. I think,
Yep.
and he just played it.
Just like that. That's the way, man. You just fucking double down.
Yeah, he doubled down on it. He's like, "Oh well, I'm just going to go and do with it because like there's people liking it and people not liking it."
Yep. And the thing is that you will get great respect from the people who do enjoy it because you continue to do it no matter how angry people got. Um,
Yeah,
I do find that very amusing.
yeah. Anyway,
I don't know if I told because there's the story about Patrick Klepek, who I think works for Kotaku. Maybe I don't know if he still works there. Oh no, he works at Waypoint now. Um, he used to go into bars and put the X Files theme on the jukebox, like on repeat,
and then leave.
and just wait. Well, that no, just like sit there and wait for the penny to drop. Like everyone's like, why have I heard this song 10 times in a row?
uh,
Quality, quality.
you're not talking about fuck, who was that Welsh band?
There've been a few.
The time about Mulder and Scully. Road Rage. That's the song. They went do 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 road rage do 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 Mulder and Scully. No, it's nothing like the
I
Lords for it.
do
So
not remember that, but I cannot wait to actually hear this song to see how close that was.
it was not close enough. But they emphasise their Welshness in the pronouncing road rage. They put the Welsh accent on the road rage. I think he went out
I
with
will. Hang, hang on, hang on.
Stereophonics. She also
I know
did like
that.
a duet with a band for Ballad of Tom Jones type thing, like
Oh, Catatonia?
Catatonia, that was it, yeah.
Why have I never heard Mulder and Scully? Oh God.
Uh, it's the song's called Road Rage.
Can we? No, it's called Mulder and Scully.
It's called Molten Sky.
Do you want me to pipe it through just for a second?
Um, just to the bit where it says Molten Scully.
You know what? I can't risk it because I also am not sure what else I'll be piping through. I might also be piping you back through to you, which would be no use. So,
Oh, yeah, that'd be bad. And then also copyright infringements.
yeah, I wasn't even that fussed about that. I was more just worried about ruining the moment.
Where it cuts out all our
So
audio.
yeah, where I bring down the entire system because that's what happens anytime I try to change anything. So today we're going to be talking about episodes 15 and 16. Episode 15 coming up first is My Funny Valentine, or is Mai Fanny Valentine.
Did he
Fucked
just
that one up royally.
funny?
It does say Fanny. I just think there's no way with a Scottish accent that you can say Fanny and not have it sound that way.
Fanny Craddock.
Well, there's from the town I'm from, there's a bar called Fanny by Gaslight.
Gaslight. Oh man, is that still about?
Yep. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Man,
Oh, it was like pre-COVID. I don't know if it's there now.
it's just
And it had been there since like I was like born. So
yeah. No, it's just you know, the whole gaslighting terminology these days, and Fanny, and
yeah,
it's just a whole
it's
mess
just,
of
right.
names.
It's just a double dip of not great. Yeah, that is what the kids might call problematic.
Problematic, yeah. That reminds me of another song.
Okay, what one? What one is it?
I can't remember. I'm sure it has problematic in it. Oh, it might be technologic, like that.
I think it's technologic. Problematic.
Technologic.
Yeah. We just make that song, but call it problematic. I think we're good here.
Well, I know they retired now, haven't they?
They are in March of this year.
March this year is the last when they're breaking up.
They did their video
Oh, this year past.
that had just in this or the year of our Lord 2021.
All right.
What's the fucking thing called? Video.
Was it problematic?
Epilogue.
Epilogue.
And Epilogue has 27.4 million views.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I've watched it several times.
Don't think I have watched it.
It's good.
Most of the stuff is good in a weird way.
Yeah.
I didn't like all Interstellar 555 though.
Discovery is just a good album. Like, I knew the album before I really knew the Interstellar 555, so
Yeah.
I'll always have a soft spot for that album. And I listened to bits and pieces from before then, and have listened to bits and pieces after then, but really that's the album that sort of interested me the most.
I think it's mainly because I only ever watched Dundee Channel 6. Or Dundee Channel 6.
No.
So we had a broadcast shoot, which I think was round about where your office is in the city.
All right. Okay.
It was like some weird thing. It was mainly a kind of like a music channel. It kind of music videos, and then like closer to like kids' TV time, they had like really old cartoons like Henry's Cat, and shit like that.
But audio.
Audio. Yeah, I was like,
Oh wait, it's TV.
it was a TV station.
What? A local TV station.
It was a local TV station.
I did not know that Scotland had local TV stations. I knew they had regional versions of existing stations.
This one, I don't know. This was either done by like the Dundee University or something. I'm not sure, but like this one,
Shit, that's amazing.
this one was broadcast on Channel 6. Might be in a pirate broadcast for all I know.
Oh, I was gonna say, to be fair, like at midnight it probably converted to some sort of Russian number station.
Maybe I can't. It was just basically music videos though. So yeah, and you tuned it in on your analog TV, because this is back when we were in uni.
Dundee Channel 6.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Channel 6 Dundee. Holy shit. Restricted service licensed television station.
Yeah. I don't think they're about anymore.
Holy shit. That is more recent than I expected.
How recent?
2001, like this century.
Well, yeah, it was a century, man. I was like, come on. I was at university in like the end of the turn of the century, man.
Yeah, so I could have been right.
Still,
Yeah, they presented local bands and classic cartoons. Some local live events were also recorded for transmission on the station.
yeah.
The station closed in 2002 after its parent company was placed into liquidation after running out of funding and failing to secure the investment needed to sustain and expand the service.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You remember
And it tells you the fucking channel it was on as well. UHF channel 49.
yeah. Do you remember that shitty skate shop that was behind the Wellgate?
Aussies.
Aussies.
No, wait. Was Aussies, yeah.
I think it was Aussies. They did a
The one that's the kitchenware place now.
yeah, and then they moved down to
To the Seagate.
Seagate, yeah.
Yeah.
But before that they had like some shitty fucking Dundee rap band doing like a wee music video in there.
It might have been, fuck, what are they called?
Right. They're awful. I didn't like them.
Brains and Syllable.
Maybe it was that, yeah.
Syllable and Brains. They are the guy. Yeah, let's see what year. No, maybe not.
Were they too old, too new?
But maybe. No, it says in the early 2000s, so maybe.
Maybe.
These were the guys that pretended to be American.
Yeah, that was
and
right.
Went to California.
Yeah, I remember seeing some shit about that. I was like, oh no, that's that fucking prick. Hate that because you know what they had for that channel was very pure funding and therefore repeated everything constantly, and that's where I first saw Interstellar 555.
Wow.
Well, the first 4 songs of it. It got to the point where they got to Earth. they got stolen and taken to Earth.
I cannot believe that Dundee had a restricted access television channel.
Yeah, there you go, man. History.
Nobody else did that though, right? Like, I'm not crazy. That was not something that everywhere did. Like, even Glasgow doesn't have that. Or did it?
How would it be weird to think Glasgow didn't have one?
I need to know.
You just be bummed that you missed it.
I'm just. These are all local TV services in selected areas. These are all more recent.
They'd be in digital format.
Yes. Yeah, fuck this.
That's not the same thing, man. Not classic old school analog. When did they turn it off?
Yeah, not like a. Oh, like it was. You know what? It was 2012.
2012 they turned it off. Wow.
Yep, because it was the last analog signals were turned off for just prior to the London 2012.
Oh, the Olympics.
Yep.
That's like a shit time to do it. Why would you do that?
I think no. Well, they'd been phasing it out. Like, I think it was literally like the last segment.
That's true. They have been phasing out for ages.
Because I hadn't been using analog in forever by that point.
I technically stopped watching TV by that point.
I digress. Since we're now 16 minutes into this and have only mentioned the name of the episode.
Oh yeah, Fanny Craddock.
We're getting so much worse at this.
think we're getting worse. We're getting better.
Yeah, better.
Better.
So this one,
Mhm.
this one is a kind of Faye backstory episode
Very much so.
where they're all really hungry because they haven't eaten. Is that this one? Or is that the next one? Or the one after? No, I think they've been hungry for a while now.
No, just always hungry. But no. No, it starts. I think it starts off. Oh no, they were hungry because it starts off with like
Yep.
showing like a big freezer getting opened, and
Yep.
and they open up and
The
open this
fish.
box up, and then there's this fish, and Jet goes, "Oh, I collected this from this sample from some heist that I did years ago," type thing. Uh, and Ed's like
And it,
trying to eat them frozen. Oh no, they're too frozen,
yep.
and then still tries to bite them.
It's not that they're too frozen, it's that they're irradiated and toxic.
Yeah, that's what Jet says. Oh, we can't be having this, and then it's like, right,
We can't eat these.
yeah,
No, but Ed is just, I'm going to eat these. So that's great.
yeah.
And yeah, basically everyone's in sort of a starvation coma in this episode.
Uh,
And then you have
yeah.
Faye wandering around talking to Ein.
Yeah, no. So after that bit, the Jet goes, "I'm going to go and catch the smallest of small fries" type thing. Spike's not going to like me in
Yes.
this. I'll just do it myself. So he goes away, and then that's
Yep.
that.
That's right.
Because that comes important later in the episode. And then
Yes.
Faye's sleeping on the couch, going, "You kidding me? What?" And having like a bad dream where, and then Ein kind of wakes her up because
That's right.
he's pooped, and he can't also put the poop in the
That's right.
toilet.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And then Faye
That's pretty good.
complains that he can't bury his own poop. It's like, aren't you a
Yeah.
hunted dog? Shouldn't you like be burying this shit on a metal spaceship with all the floors are
Oh,
floored and not like dirt? But never mind.
beautiful.
And then
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, and then she turns around to Ein and goes, "You know, something about your face has been bugging me for like ever since I met you, and now I remember it's because you had
Maybe it's the eyebrows.
it's the
Yeah.
thin eyebrows." And then she starts reminiscing about how she came to be outside the
What the
toilet.
fuck is the guy's name? Because she says his name. It's a fucking stupid name.
Wilson Baxter the Third, something like that. Watson,
Shit.
Wilford,
It's like,
Willie Baggins.
I'm struggling to like find this name now, and it's gonna bug me.
Milford.
Milford Cubicle.
No.
That's good old fashioned salad fingers jokes for those who remember.
Oh Jesus, that's a blast from the past. That was like early 2000s as well.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
find this fucking name.
Anyway, so basically, she starts reminiscing about how Ayn reminds him of this guy, and then it shows out that she was cryogenically frozen and revived by some mad doctor and nurse, who basically wakes her up and then goes, "You owe us 30 million wulon for
Yep.
this shit." And she goes, "What? Where am I?" And
Yeah.
then,
Who am I?
who am I?
Also, I've remembered the guy's name. If I remember, I found. But also, holy shit, how did I forget this? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Whitney
Uh-huh.
Haggis.
Oh yeah.
Matsumoto.
That was it. I knew it started with W.
I can't believe it's not haggis, Haggis, but it's Hagas.
Gas.
I mean, it's almost as bad as Rint.
Japanese.
No, this is a fucking art. This is like a Bobson Dugnut level of naming.
It's fine. It's fine, man.
Uh-huh.
So Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Whitney Houston, yeah.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah. So next scene is basically she's in the hospital bed and Whitney comes in and basically says, "I'm your lawyer,"
Lawyer?
or something like
Yeah.
that. And basically explains that she's been asleep for 54 years in the cryogen. And she doesn't believe him.
Yeah.
And then tries to comprehend all the shit and then faints. And then she escapes from the hospital, runs away, trips over a tripwire, runs out to the road, goes to like a diner to get some food, and then gets startled by all the vending machines that just kind of come holographic live, like in Back to the Future 2. Jaws thing.
Yep.
And then he basically picks her up as she runs. I think she jumps over the wall and runs down and falls over, and then he picks her up and charms the wits off her. Type thing.
You should mention that the doctor and his assistant are super fucking weird.
Oh yeah, it's like appears
They're
that
just
way.
really detached and unfeeling.
Very much so. Yeah, they're like really.
It's amazing when she's like, I can't remember anything. Yes, she's not kidding. It does appear that she does not remember anything. It's like, okay.
Is she fully? Is she looks fully unfrozen? That's correct, Doctor.
Yeah. That's correct, Doctor.
That's correct, Doctor.
That's correct, Doctor.
Yeah.
Which is a phrase that is repeated multiple times.
That's correct, Doctor.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right. They end up sort of having like being sort of having a I don't even know what it is. Like
a wee fling.
They're into each other.
It seems that way. I mean,
yep.
Maybe it's a bit Stockholm's syndrome.
Maybe
because he's technically a captor, I suppose. And then basically, I don't know. Not really. There's some. He's referred to her as Sleeping Beauty, and he's the prince.
He is. And they're driving away.
Yeah, so
somewhere to get away.
No. So you drive away, and they have like a couple of days actually getting better in the hospital and that, and then he gets her a gown and stuff, and they go out for a meal, and
yep.
And then there's like a hovercraft, spacecraft thing, police thing comes and goes, "Oh shit, that's the insurance. They come and collect the debt. Let's hightail it and run away."
Let's run.
So they drive off the road into the forest, and he tells Faye to go, "I'll meet you back at the hospital. You go there, and I'll try and distract him." And then she starts running away, and then she turns around for that brief second, and she hears a big kaboom and the big flames in the air, and she goes,
"Oh." Can we talk about the immediacy of his explosion? She steps out the car, and he makes some reference to her being his Sleeping Beauty or whatever it is, and then he's like, "Now go," and just like drives away, and then immediately within about 2 seconds just explodes in an explosion so big the fire and smoke climb well above the tree line.
Yeah.
What did he just nuke himself? Like, what kind of explosion was that? What possibly happened that you went from not to that exploded so quickly?
It's the only way to be sure, dude. It's the only way to be sure.
True.
Anyway, but he was also driving an automobile of some sort, so they always explode in
Yeah.
explosions like that.
Hydrogen fuel cells, I'm sure, are pretty unstable.
Yeah. So anyway, she goes back to the thing, and the doctor and the nurses there doing the legal procedures of like, oh, he's left all this stuff in your name. He's only known you for like a
Yep.
week.
Yep.
Here, just put your
It's very
thumbprint,
kind of him to do that.
thumbprint on
Yeah.
on this.
Put your thumbprint here, and everything of his will be yours.
Yeah, all his assets. Oh, he appears to have debt.
It's just it's the comedy timing of that, of like, oh, why are all the numbers red?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's because he was broke.
Yeah, debt's an asset apparently.
Yeah.
And then,
Jeez.
and then Faye does the old table flip. In rage.
She does.
Because it's like, what?
Quite right. She's basically just been tricked into accepting a bunch of debt.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it comes back to present time, where she basically says, shouldn't have been filled so easily. And also, yeah, so she said basically it wasn't filled so easily. She does a tail flip.
Oh, then it comes back to her talking to Ein
Mm-hmm.
and saying all that, and then Spike just walks out of the doorway next to her.
Yeah, she does say, "Oh, you've been listening to that."
How long have you been there? Yeah, it's like long enough. Too long.
Yeah,
you need to like pep up your stories.
edit
It needs to be more interesting.
Yeah, edit your story. You need a bit of editing. That's in the Spike's way. And then they continue, and he's like, "I don't believe you because you told us you're a gypsy before."
That's true.
Like, oh, that's true. And then Jet walks in. No, Ed goes, "Welcome back." And then Jet walks in.
I've missed my favourite Ed part, which I think is when when Jet says he's gonna go. I'm pretty sure Ed goes, "Ed would like some chocolate," as he's leaving.
Probably.
It's just so apropos of nothing. It just really made me laugh.
No, that might be next episode.
I don't know. It just there's so many small moments like that.
It's just that comic relief character. I mean, wait until next week's episode.
Oh, yes.
So Jet walks in the door with his small as a small fry bounty, who is Whitney, only fatter.
Big fat guy. He's a big fat guy though. Yeah.
Because he's had fat implants apparently.
Yeah. Faye is not hugely happy to see him.
No, thinking he was dead all this time.
Yeah. Whoops.
What? And he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that doctor's dead," type thing. He tells them the doctor's dead.
Yep. Yeah, doctor's dead. I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also broke still.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, she of course is questioning him all by herself. To which Spike is like, "What if she lets him go?" He's not going to do that. That'd be weird. Why would she do that? She's mad at him.
Yeah.
To then of course, let him go.
Well, Jet goes, girls like Faye are kind of weird, and she'll break with a soft spot quite easily. She's not as uptight as you think she is.
Yeah, and then she fucking lets him go, and then smooshes him into a corner of her ship.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going to fit. Shut up.
Quite amusing. Basically just punting him into a corner, hoping that it's going to be all right. It's quite funny.
Yeah, this is just as their bounty collector people arrived.
Oh yes, yes, that's right.
As they're about to collect the bounty, Ed
She fucks off
proclaims,
with him.
yeah, Ed proclaims, "Welcome, visitors." She's only
Ed.
got one line there in it. Anyway, so she runs away, and then uh, Spike and Spike chases her down his plane, starts shooting,
Yeah.
and they do all these things, and I think,
He's threatening to. He's like, if only I would. Like, he says something like, "Imagine what would happen if I was trying to hit the cabin."
uh, I think
He's just like shooting around her or something like that.
I think he says you better be careful. It could hit your cabin. Type thing.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's very haphazard. He's just firing a million bullets at who I imagine is his friend, whether he wants to admit it or not.
yeah. Stepsister.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so basically, I don't know. He's flying around shooting and disables the ship, and then
Yeah.
the pickup came because she starts going like, you got to give me answers. You got to give me the answers, dude. I don't know
Yeah.
anything."
Because
Type
she
thing.
still doesn't know who she is.
He's like, "Oh, you gonna, you better brace yourself. You're gonna have to prepare yourself for the answers. You're not going to be able to accept the answers," type thing. And like, "Shut up, just give me the answers. I don't know. I don't know anything."
He's such a colossal asshat.
Yeah, he is. He
He
is.
just everything. He just builds up everything to nothing.
Yeah, I don't know anything. And then
Oh god, I hate him. I hate him so much.
the doctor starts speaking through the radio. "Ah, who am I? What's this? These are all quite good questions." And she's like, "Wait, I know that voice. That's the doctor.
Yep.
He told me he was dead."
Once again, making sure that nothing he ever says is possibly true.
Yeah. When are you going to tell me the truth? And then they have a discussion. It's like, "Yeah, your character is generally frozen. That is true.
We know nothing about you.
No, nothing else about you." Yeah.
Yeah, because the data was lost.
Yeah, because it was was it the ring collapsed or something?
Yes, the data was lost during the ring collapse
Yeah,
for one reason or another.
whatever reason that happened is collapsed it. So yeah, it's so no data on Faye. So
Oh, we should say that he gave her the name Valentine.
yeah, he gave him the Valentine after his favorite song.
Yep.
They've stolen a police car. The doctors and the nurse.
They have.
Uh,
I've stolen a police car, and she says, "It's like I thought they were doctors. Are they cops or what?"
yeah, well, they are.
It's
And
like,
Spike's listening to the conversation. It looks like these spaceships just have open radios.
yeah,
So
yeah,
know when they're having these conversations, and like the shit,
and everyone can just listen in.
they actually are speaking to each other.
Yeah. The bit that I think is great is that it's that timing of like that question of I thought they were doctors. Why are they police or what? And then like a million police vehicles just light up.
Yeah,
Like, there's the stolen car, and you're like, oh, time to go. Yes, doctor.
yeah. Well, no, I think it's the nurse that suggests we better go or we'll
that's
get
true.
busted. I was like, all right, it's all you're on your own.
Nephew.
Oh no, they don't say nephew. You're on your own,
No.
Whitney. And then Whitney goes, "Oh, don't leave me, Uncle." And then he goes, "Oh no, shit."
He's your uncle? The fuck?
And then Babe snaps back into herself and is like, "Hey, I'm claiming this fucking bounty."
Oh, the bounty.
And then next thing you see him, he's locked up in a jail and admits that he does actually like Faye to the degree which kind of like puts her off. Like,
Well, he says, I fell in love with you while you were asleep, which is why I called you my sleeping beauty. And then goes, no, I didn't do any of that. That's not true. And gets really bashful about it.
Yeah, I mean that's probably about the only truth telling he said all episode.
Oh, God. I hate him. I hate him so damn much.
Well, that's okay. He got locked up.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
not, not like dead inside.
He was like semi-tolerable, but fat Whitney was just completely annoying.
Also, you notice how she said he has thin eyebrows? He does not have thin eyebrows. He has like the bushiest eyebrows in the
His
whole.
massive bushy eyebrows.
Yeah, and she said thin eyebrows. No ideas.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
so that ends.
she trades him in.
Yeah.
Gets her
Get the bounty.
1,800 wulongs. It's not. It's such a minuscule amount.
It's a small prize. Jett then claims to Ed, I may have added an extra 0 onto the bounty. Because Spike tosses her a coin at the end and goes,
That's right.
what's this? Oh, that's your share of the bounty. 19,800 wulons, they say. And then Jett claims it's not. Also, she's like, she's still a bit miffed. She taunts Spike, oh, hey, I see you're jealous, type thing.
Yeah.
And it says, I still don't know anything about my past, type thing. And he's like, what does that matter?
What does it matter? Yep.
Live for the future, not the past.
Yep, you have a future.
Yeah.
And she does not like that.
I don't think she doesn't like it. But it's probably the best thing Spike said.
It's not the answer she wanted.
Yeah, it's a nice thing Spike ever
that
said
is true.
to her.
That is probably the nicest thing Spike has ever said to her, yeah.
And then it ends with the eyebrows being drawn on the eye.
That's right, yeah. Poor fucking dog. It's abuse.
Black marker eyebrows on the line. And that was the space of that episode.
God.
That was the starting of Faye's backstory, really. First one, really.
So, what do you rate this one then?
I don't know. It's one of the lower ones. I mean, it's cool. It gives you your backstory of Faye. But it's a bit shit. Could be a bit more interesting. More of a comedy thing for Faye's background. So I would give it. I'm going to say a high 6.
I concur. I think the jokes are what makes it.
Oh yeah. And also,
yeah.
She also says goodbye, visitors, when they all kind of fly away. That's right. Thanks for coming.
Oh, something I wanted to talk about, Ed, and I totally forgot, is the voice actor, the actor who does the voice of Ed, is the same woman who does the voice of Gaz from Invader Zim.
Is it?
Yep. I knew I recognized it, and it was bothering me.
Gaz, really?
Yep. It's not the same, obviously, like it's a slightly different voice, but there are certain things that Ed says, and I'm like, oh, it sounds really familiar. And yeah, it's Gaz.
Oh, wow. Gaz. Well, I suppose it's about the same time this would be dubbed as that came out.
Yeah, like in fact, probably went straight from Cowboy Bebop to Invader Zim.
Yeah. Maybe.
Shit.
Might have been something in between. But yeah, so 6 is all round then.
Yep, agreed.
Okay.
And then moving on to episode 16 is Black Dog Serenade, or Buraku Dogu Serenade.
Yes. So this one is Jett's backstory and how he lost his arm.
Yes.
And once again,
that's right.
It's not as in depth as these ones aren't really as in depth as Spike's kind of like backstory. Spike seems to be a bit
No,
more entangled. Anyway,
he's definitely Spike is definitely the lead character of the show.
yeah, yeah,
So I feel like they're trying to make sure that the other characters have some sort of background in general.
yeah. You got to be tight to them some way. So this one starts off with basically Faye shouting at Jet that the shower's not working, and
That's right. Yeah,
Jet is
it's putting out cold water.
yeah, and Jet is pruning his bonsai trees and saying he's busy.
Again, not a euphemism.
Not uses them, no.
He is literally trimming his bonsai plants.
Literally the bonsai plants on the ship.
Yep.
Yeah, so he says he's busy, and then Faye doesn't like it, and the phone essentially rings. The radio receiver thing rings, and Faye picks up in anger and goes, "He's busy right now." Hangs up. I was like, "Wait, who was it? Don't just do that. Get the name first," says Jet.
What if it was an emergency?
Yeah. And then and then he goes. The radio receiver rings again. Faye picks it up and then takes the name of the person. And who's the name?
Fad.
Fad. And she says, "Oh,
Yep.
all right, yeah, it's Fad." And then Jet kind of like suddenly goes, "What?" And then stands there with his cigarette in his hand, and it burns through to his fingers, the tip, and Faye goes like,
On his robot hand.
on his robot hand, yeah. And Faye says, "You should get that fixed." "I know, not right now, Faye," type thing. No, your hand. You can get your hand arm regrown or something.
Yeah, synthesized.
Yeah, it doesn't cost much these days. And he was like, "Oh, that's cool. This arm reminds me
The
about
arm's a
something."
part of him.
Yeah,
It's also a part of him.
it's part of him. Yeah. So, um, is it this point to do the flashback, or does he meet his
I
partner?
think before then, do we not? Have we not missed out the bit on the prison ship?
Oh yeah, that's totally like the start.
Because the bit in the prison ship is like there's a takeover by prisoners,
Mm-hmm.
led by a guy called Uday.
No, he was leading it.
Well, not led by a guy called Uday, but Uday is there. It's led by a guy who is wearing a bandana that makes it look like he has devil horns sometimes when he looks straight at the camera.
Yeah, he's got big 80s bushy hair, perm
Yeah.
hair.
And the pilot of the prison ship was like, you shouldn't do this. It's too late. Like, you're gonna get caught. Just let's just calm down. And the guy's like, no, fuck that, and just shoots him to death.
I wasn't speaking to you. Bang, bang, bang. This is why they're on the prison ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fills him full of holes. It's like, yeah, that guy's super fucking dead.
The start actually of the show is you're in a dark kind of corridor on the prison ship, and Woodeye is kind of standing over a lot of dead bodies, and then this guy prizes a bottle of
Oh, that's right. He's got the bottle of Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon and walks in and goes, "Oh, you did this all yourself? That's pretty cool, man. We should toast our freedom." And then Udon
Uday.
just kind of pours it into one of the dead cop's mouth.
I was gonna say, can we talk about that? Because he kind of just maneuvers the guy's face upward and just empties it into his mouth. It's one of the darker scenes that this show has done.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's only about to get darker, so
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that guy did get blasted to death as well. So
And then that So the cotton's mouth is. I mean, that is a good question. I do have a question.
Okay.
How much of that liquid would go down his throat?
I mean, a lot.
But would it pool in his mouth like the way it does?
Probably. I would imagine so. Like if you think about him pouring the whole bottle,
Yeah.
like that's what 750 milliliters, 75 centiliters, and
No, I
I
looked
don't
at a
know how's
massive
that
bottle.
how's that counted in America? Well,
Uh,
like 3 boots or something like that.
fluoric ounces, man. Fluid ounces.
I don't know, fluid ounces.
Yeah.
Man, don't know if y'all heard about a thing called
Metric.
you know, metric. It's pretty good.
Don't no.
Stuff's easily divisible.
That's
Um,
that's the source of communism, man. Socialism.
so I was about to say this is fucking socialism and communism talking. Not that those two things can ever coexist, but whoops.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just easier. But you do you.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
did it till
who
the
are we to talk?
70s,
We
man.
we do both.
Yeah.
We do fucking both. We still talk about feet and inches, stone and pounds.
That's how I'm 5 foot 11 inches, man. Well, 5 foot 10.
Yeah. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, you're an inch taller than me. That's what she said.
I'm taller than you.
I think so.
Oh man,
We probably just hunch.
this is this is this is sparked a huge conversation in my household when my parents came to visit. And we started talking about what height we were, and we ended up in my son's room, standing against his measuring chart.
Which is in centimeters.
It's in centimeters, which I then had to use my phone to change into feet and inches.
What? You not just do the whole what was it? It's like
See, if you're having to think that hard about the easy way to convert it, it's probably not that easy.
it's like there's
I don't know. It's
three
like add the 5,
thirds.
carry the 2.
Yeah. It's like 3.3333 feet in a meter.
It's like my dad does this for fucking centigrade into Fahrenheit. And it's like, why? Why are you doing that?
Why
Just
is
use
he
your
doing
phone.
that? We still used Fahrenheit years ago. Like before we
Oh
went to
yeah,
decimal
but we have we have family in the US, so they still use Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of a weird story I heard. There's apparently a couple of US tours went up to like Iceland to like
Uh-huh.
the geysers, and it has a big warning sign.
Yeah.
Warning: this is like 200 degrees or something like that. Stupid. It's
Uh-huh.
some ridiculous hot Celsius degrees, and there's this Americans is like, "Fuck, that's like our summer. It must be like 100 or something degrees.
Uh-huh.
That's like our summer. I can stand in this." And the tour guy was like, "Please don't do that, sir." No, what you on about? This is nothing. Don't do that, sir. No, what you on about? It's
And then
nothing.
he had the flesh melted from his skeleton. Is
Um,
that how the story ends?
he might have got a bit closer enough to realize that, oh shit, that's not actually in Fahrenheit. I think people are trying to say, but
Right,
this is Fahrenheit, dude. This is
right,
Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
right before he died, he realized how badly he'd fucked up as the skin left, as the flesh left his skeleton.
Yeah. When I was over in America, and I was in Las Vegas, it was like 109 degrees or something stupid.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. That's
That,
like in the 40s.
that's the 40. That's 40 Celsius. That's how ridiculous that
No,
thing is.
it's like
But
fuck that.
at the same time,
No, like that's
Fahrenheit isn't essentially an American thing. It's just that everyone used Fahrenheit to a degree, and then we changed it to Celsius because it was a better measuring system.
Did you mean that?
Oh,
your pun.
Oh yes. No. I don't even know what was my pun.
You said everyone uses Fahrenheit to a degree.
Oh God. No pun intended.
There was I don't know if you know this, but like in a basement in France is a lump of, I think it's aluminium and or whatever. It's some metal, and it weighs exactly 1 kilogram, and that's the weight that the kilogram is. That's how they measure the accuracy of kilograms.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they've
Or they used to. They don't do it now, but they did.
uh, yeah, there's sources or something like that, and because if it got warmer or colder, the temperature, the kilogram goes off by one. But I think they use like
Oh
atoms or
no,
something.
it's not it's not the temperature. It's it's the half life of the material. Like it lost weight through decomposition or something like that.
Oh,
Like not much, but then of course everything. If you think about the cost of what a kilogram of a very expensive thing is, and then all of a sudden you take a little bit of weight off of that, people might not be too happy. So
yeah. I think they do it to like some atomization now.
yes, they do.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get back to this episode. So, right on prison ship. Uh,
Oh wait, yeah, the guy gets shot. He gets shot to death, and then Uday is kind of having a wee chat, and kind of saying, don't really want to listen to this guy. And then this is the Mr. 80s rocker here with the headband,
mhm.
and he fucking goes off on one, points a gun at him, and Uday just fucking straight up cuts his throat.
Yeah, he goes like, "Oh, I'm the leader type dude, and anyone's got a problem with this, you better like
Yep.
come stand your ground." And everyone's like, maybe not such a good idea. You're a bit of an idiot, but you're dangerous enough to kill me, so I won't bother." But then, yeah, Udai just comes up and just like produces a, a knife from like his.
It's like a shuriken.
Oh, it's just a sharp. It's just a blade kunai type
Yeah,
thing. From his like
kunai. Yeah.
sleeve and just slices his
Yep.
throat. I mean, like, where the hell do you get these blades from?
I was about to ask. This is a prison vessel, right?
You should have taken all of these things out.
What did they keep the fucking lost and found of the battleground in this prison ship?
Well, apparently so. Anyway,
There's a cool camera angle though, as that kind of backs up and you just kind of see the blood spraying and him falling over. Is kind of good.
I think it sprays on the guy. It had the bottle thingy, and he's like, "Oh shit,
It did.
I know who you are."
I know who you are.
You-
Now that I'm bathing in the blood of your enemy, I know who you are.
and the blood floating in the air, and the 0G, low
Oh,
gravity.
man. It's
I know you are.
it's really fucking cool.
You're that ex syndicate assassin, Wudong.
Yeah.
You-
Uday.
Udai, even Udai,
We'll get there. You just keep calling him that, and I'll keep correcting you.
Udai. Anyway, and then it kind of ends there, and then Jet standing in an airport,
Yep.
essentially.
He's because he's had that call from Fad,
Hmm.
and he goes to then meet Fad, who, as we find out, is his ex partner.
Yeah.
When he was in the good old police.
Yeah, partner.
Yep. There's a lot of talking about smoking, and guys like, nah, I quit.
Oh yeah,
Jet's
that
like,
reminds me
oh,
of the
come
end.
on. And he's like, how long? He's like, 10 days. 10 days. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like hardly quit.
Good
smoking.
shit, man. Good shit.
It's
Yeah. It's like, I quit smoking probably around the same time I decided to call you.
yeah, and he tells him that about the prison ship and how
Yep.
Utai is on this prison ship, and she goes that, and it does a flashback. I think at this point where Jet and him back in the day when he was a cop was hunting down Uday.
Yep. Uday.
Uh, and the Jet goes, "We'll go this way. You go there. You go round back." And they're like, "Yeah, okay." So Jet runs in and corners with Uday in like a big courtyard and goes, "Put your hands up." And then a spotlight goes on him, and then there's a gunshot, and then it ends. The
Yep.
flashback there. Uh, wonder who could have shot him. Being a syndicate assassin.
Uday was certainly there. Could could have been the third gunman in the grassy knoll. A second gunman. Third gunman? Second gunman. I don't know. The other gunman.
Lister. It was Lister. Or was it the cat?
Red Dwarf? I can't remember.
I don't know. They did some shitty episode in that in season 7 or something, the Red Dwarf.
I stopped watching it after. Who was it? Stopped being in it.
Rimmer? Rimmer left.
Yes.
But I think that was the same season he left.
Yeah, I stopped watching it then.
Because they had.
Because that's the one that the seasons with Kachansky, right?
Yeah, so Chansey comes in and they kind of like have her, but I don't. Maybe that's season 4 of that. But then that's when it kind of died because they went to season 8 and they brought back the entire Red Dwarf crew, and then it kind of ended it there with it all dying again in a big explosion caused by Rimmer, just like the original like pilot.
I got my booster today.
Today
Yep, and my arm is now starting to
we really
hurt when raised a certain degree.
Yeah, I had mine on Monday, and my arm was still sore when I touch it. But yeah, it was a pain.
Do you have any adverse effects?
Last night after coming back from work after like 24 hours, I ended up kind of like a bit cold shivery.
Oh no!
Yeah, but then
Shit.
it's fine. Passed away. Nothing major. But then that could just be the fact that in an office now is socializing with people. Fucking.
Just gave you cold shivers.
People.
People. Oh.
Fuck those guys.
Did you must have gone to the same place I did then to get your vaccine?
Yes. Did you go up the dark alleyway thinking it was up there because that's where the map pointed?
No.
the-
I went into the shop I knew it was used to be in.
Yeah. When I looked at the map, it kind of like pointed to like the alleyway to the Keeler Center. You know, the underpass.
Yeah, no. There's people giving injections there, but they're not the ones you want.
Well, maybe that's why I had cold shivers. I was getting cold turkey.
It's the smack leaving my system. Shit.
Yeah, that probably explains a lot. Anyway,
did wonder why my doctor was shaking the whole time.
it wasn't. His name wasn't called.
Told you to
Stevens.
wait a second so you could take a swig of special brew.
Oh Jesus!
It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Oh, Brian. It's like, no, like your title, just Brian. No doctor in there. No.
Dr. Brian.
Now stand still.
Yeah.
I don't know why I chose the name Brian. This is just the first one that came to my head. I'm sorry, Brian's.
It's alright. You'll offend everyone at some point.
I mean, I've pretty much offended the whole of Dundee at this point, so.
No, just the people who live in the beside the Keeler Center.
Yeah.
Or the Keller Center?
Keeler.
What was it called before that? Because it had a different name.
I always remember it as a Keeler Center.
Gilty Street. No, Gilty Street's where the car park is. And
Gelatley Street is further along.
Gelatley Street. Come on. Alright, anyway. We digress again. So, but thing, and Jet basically goes, "Nah, I'm past. I'm done with that. I don't really need to worry about that anymore."
I don't need any of your shit anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. And then
Bye.
And then his partner basically says, "Oh, then who dies one then?" type thing. to cheer him on, and then he's like, "Nah." He goes to the ship, has a wee think, tells Ed that he to water his bonsai.
Trimming the bonsais has a wee think, yeah.
Yeah,
And once again, he kind of does that thing where he's like, I'm just going to do this to take my mind off it. Fuck. Okay.
more or less. And then
Yep.
he tells Ed. Ed Pierce as he's about to leave. He's like, "Oh, get out of the way, because you can't be here when I take off," type thing. And then Ed says, "Oh, bring us souvenirs and maybe chocolate at this point."
Maybe. No, I think at that point he says, bring Ed a souvenir this time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I don't think he says. I'm pretty sure the chocolate line is in the first one.
it's possibly. It's possible.
I don't know why. I just like I do remember saying, bring Ed a souvenir this time, because it's the. I can't remember the last time he said that. That she said that, and nobody bothered. So they brought Peeps. No, that was for Spike. Sorry,
that was the Ed one. That was when they actually got Ed.
Yeah, that was the Ed one. Yeah,
Ed hacked the shit and basically stowed away.
That's right.
Hold them for ransom.
Yeah, I like this bit because he obviously Jet leaves, and then Spike finds Ed going woo, woo, and just like fucking flowing water out of a hose all over the bonsai trees, all over the floor of the ship, just water everywhere.
Yep,
it's amazing,
and
it's really great.
Spike's like, "Oh, Jet's going to kill you," but Jet told me to water the plants. Just get him up.
Yep. Jet's not coming back.
Pretty much. Pretty much just said.
Is that yeah? Just go and get him up. She's like, "Woo, I'm up."
Yeah, and then Faye comes in to complain about the shower again, and goes, "What the fuck's going on here?" Anyway, so then it cuts to like Jet and his partner being on the ship. No, wait. No, it goes back to the police ship by this point, because Wutai has a plan to get
Udai.
I don't know why
we're getting closer to Wu-Tang, which I'm liking, but
Wudong. I don't know why I'm calling him that.
It's okay. He's only for this one episode, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It'd be weird when
Spoiler
he comes back. So basically, they're on this and they have a plan. It's like, oh, we can maybe break through the thing, and then one of the prisoners is an actual ex-cop or something, and says,
"Yeah,
policemen are human too. We make mistakes."
Yep.
And
the best offense is a strong defense.
No,
or the other way around, whatever way he says it.
I think the best defense is a strong offense.
Yeah.
So they basically lure them in, saying that the police in saying, "Oh, we're having some technical issues. That we're going to release an escape pod here filled with some people," and they get around this escape pod, and then they just explode it, which essentially somehow doesn't damage their ship, but damages all the ships around the ships. And it's only
a really good explosion.
It's only like exploded like maybe 100 meters away from the ship. Anyway,
it is to be fair, it's a pretty cool scene though.
Yeah, it's very cunning and showing that the prisoners are not people to mess with.
And then they go out all guns blazing, tearing up the ships.
Yeah. And then apparently gets to get away from the cops. And Jet goes, "We heading to Europa," because he's old school. And then his partner Almond spills the beans at this point by saying, What do you mean? He's not even part of the syndicate anymore. I mean, he's not been with the syndicate for quite some time." Literally.
I mean, he might as well have accidentally confessed at this point.
Yeah. Oh, Jet is blindsided by his justice sometimes.
Per Fad fucking up so badly.
Yeah. Um, so anyway, they get to the ship. Jet takes off, has his ship inside of Fad's ship, and they do a
Yep.
pincer movement, um, doing some cool maneuvering around the bullets. And then
Yep.
one of the prisoners found another rocket launcher and fires a rocket, which gets shot down by Fad, and then Jet
Next
finally
rocket hits him.
hits Fad's ship, yeah, who then just crashes
Yeah.
into the
Although
airlock. Hmm?
you missed the the great bit where Fad says, "Okay, now wait for my signal," and Jet's like, "Fuck you," and just heads out the ship and does his own thing.
And then Fad's just like, oh,
It's so good.
yeah,
It's like he might as well have like been giving the middle fingers on his way out of there.
probably was.
So good.
That's how I used to do it.
But yeah, then we have after the Fad's ship gets hit by the rocket. Yeah, it slowly crashes into the airlock where that guy was standing with the rocket launcher, and he gets taken out. I think actually.
Yep, and then Jet harpoons the ship because he got shot down by the turret, and he harpoons it and gets into another
Yep.
airlock. And then the guy with the champagne, I don't think we ever get to know his name.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe we do. I think he does introduce himself at the start, but then just never mention again because
Yeah. Why would you care?
why would you care? Yeah. He's like, oh, look at this guy coming in on his own. He's got some fucking balls. And then Uday, hey, Uday, sees him and is like,
Nailed it.
oh yeah, he's mine. Leave him alone. Wine bottle dude is like, shit, I'm out of here, and opens the airlock, only to find that there is no airlock, and just suddenly a rush of air goes, and then he's just seen floating through space, dead.
It's so comical. It really shouldn't be funny, but it's really funny.
It's a good scene. It's a good scene. And then
Oh my god.
Uday finally goes, meets up with Jet, and they basically have their big fight off and go, ha ha, look at me. And it's like, you know, I didn't hire that gun that shot your arm. So what do you mean? Oh, yeah, after all these years, you still haven't worked it out. And he basically tells him that his partner was on the syndicate payroll, and you were causing a problem, so we had to get rid of you.
Yep.
And he took the shot.
Too good at your job.
Yeah, he took the shot. And he's like, no.
Yep.
With that, this partner comes in and shoots.
Oh. Well, they get in a pretty cool fight, and Jet gets stabbed in the leg.
Oh yeah, by the kunai blade thing.
Yep. It's a pretty decent fight. And yeah, then Fad interrupts that conversation pretty good with a headshot.
No, it's pretty much finished at that point.
Yeah, but it's like no, we're done here. I'm going to make sure the punctuation is noted.
Yes. Blood coming out the other side of Udai's head.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. A guy is toast. And of course then we have the conversation between Fad and Jet about what he's just discovered and
Yeah.
the usual stuff.
Well, it wasn't too much. And he was like, yeah, well, you know, you can't really get by this world without being corrupt. You're either going to get broken by them, run away like you did, or fucking have to join the Nazis.
Yep.
And then he pulls his gun to shoot him because obviously he's been sent by the syndicate to silence Uday. I think because Uday did try and contact the syndicate earlier in the show. We forgot to mention that, and they told him to like,
yes,
fuck off.
Fuck
we
off,
don't want
basically.
you.
Yeah. Sorry, we have no business relationship. Please leave us alone.
Yeah, we don't know you anymore.
Is it sort of the the business equivalent of new phone who dis?
Pretty much, yeah. Who's this? No, sorry.
No, never heard of him. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, they draw the gun. But beforehand, you saw him only spin up one gun into his chamber because Fad uses an old
Yeah,
revolver.
he's only got. Yeah, Fan uses a traditional revolver. He spins up one bullet into the revolver, into the chamber.
Yeah, and shoots Woodeye with it. Woodeye.
Yep.
Udon.
And then he pulls it to udon, like udon, like the noodle, but it's udai.
All right, okay.
And then obviously goes to pulls the gun on Jett, and Jett retaliates
and shoots him down.
Yeah,
and then he goes, oh, "You know it was kind of pointless me, like trying to go against me with the thing. You knew I would shoot you, type thing." And it's like, "Yeah, it's my penance for what I did to you," type thing. And also, can I get a smoke?
he puts it in his mouth, lights it, and he goes, "Yep."
Shouldn't quit smoking.
Just fucking dies 2 seconds in.
Couldn't quit smoking.
Nah. You know those things will kill you. Told you.
Yeah, pretty much. And is that it? He also returns to the Bebop, but I don't think there is a scene at the Bebop after that. It's not like
I'm trying to remember.
Because it's like it does like that crazy 80s cartoon thing where they all go back home, and it's all ended, and they're all like, ha 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 ha, the moral of the story is. But not
None of this ever mattered because next week it's all going to go back the same way it was.
Yeah, well,
I think it ends with him walking down the corridor.
I think so. Yeah, I think he walks away, puts the revolver into Fad's hands, and the ship's now surrounded by police again, and he just kind of
course,
left there. I don't think that's it.
So how do you rate this one?
I found it more entertaining than the Faye one, because Whitney Houston was a bit of a fad.
Yep.
And Faye is too soft-centered for it, I think, in the first one. Anyway, so I'm going to rate this maybe high 7 to an 8, maybe, just because I'm going to say 7, just because it has good scenes in it. There's nice bits in it, like there's there's a good fight scene, there's good kind of like flying through the attacking the ship scene, nice tactical scenes. Guy Udai is a formidable opponent in the sense that he's kind of vicious to a degree. Like he would.
Yep.
The only reason he didn't kill Jett, I think, is because Jett blocked it with his arm, his bullet with the arm, and his fake arm.
Or because because Fad shot him. Well, if that fight had gone on, I reckon that Jett would have been dead.
I don't know. You certainly went punch, uppercut, pull up, punch.
He was doing okay, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably right. Yeah, still 7.
High 7?
Yeah, high 7.
I think I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah.
I think the story's all right. It's very derivative, but I think the key scenes and stuff like that with the prisoners taking over the ship and then the initial attack and even the kind of just the the scenes of Jett talking to his partner and stuff like that are really good, and then interspliced with the arbitrary other stuff that's happening. It kind of just whizzed past for me because I was kind of enjoying the episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I just don't think it's really up there.
No, it's fair. That's why we rate them individually.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's good. Good episode all around.
We did it.
We
We did it.
we made it.
We've done another good episode.
We gone good.
Yeah, so first off, strong message here. Go and get vaccinated. If you're listening to this and you haven't been, go and get vaccinated. If you have, you can get your booster. Go and get your booster. Just do it, please. I want to go back to normal at some point, and that's only going to happen if people get with the fucking program. So
No. Never gonna happen, man.
please do it. I know, but I can still ask, and I still think it's the sensible thing to do. So if you are on the fence, please consult a doctor. Please go and speak to someone about it. Somebody who actually knows. Do not consult Susan on Facebook or whoever the fuck else YouTube's video has about, you know, the dangers of vaccinations. Just please consult an actual medical professional, and they will tell you what's actually up, and you can go and get your vaccine because it'll be fine.
Dr. Karen.
You have been.
Dr. Karen Jaloski. Don't go and
Kachansky?
Jaloski. I'm just making some random name up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Don't. I don't know. Maybe that doctor.
No,
Maybe.
I don't know.
No.
It's a name that I made up. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, was that was that the person that gave you the vaccination down the side of the Keeler Centre?
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. It wasn't you.
My first of 2 vaccinations. You have been listening to Who's That Anime podcast, all about anime. We are available where all good podcasts can be listened to: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and can be found at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. If you'd like to leave us a review, that'd be super cool. We don't make any money or anything from this, so it's a good way to get us pushed for the algorithm. And also, if you like what we do, maybe tell a friend, and maybe they'll like what they do.
Unless
They'll like what they do, like what we do. Unless it's your friend whose brother did not like what we did.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably didn't give us 2 seconds.
It's all right. Like I say, this show is not for everyone, but that person tried, so good for them.
Yeah,
That is very much appreciated.
we do appreciate it. We do.
So if you want to tell a friend, maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't, but at least you'll have tried. You can also find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page at facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we share links to the latest episodes and sometimes some memes and other stuff just for funsies. We have a YouTube channel that we occasionally will put up videos on. We haven't been putting them up yet, but we do have a bit of a plan in the works to try and sort of get more content up there. That is also Who's That Anime on YouTube. You can find us via the search. Colin likes to play video games on twitch.tv/couchfuel. At the moment, not so much because our lives are in a bit of a state where that's not so much a thing we can do. But if you do want to watch some content on that, there is an entire archive of that at youtube.com, and you can find that by looking for the channel Couchfuel. Similarly, I like to play games sometimes at twitch.tv/HailPayman. And again, there's an archive of my stuff on youtube.com as well if you look for the channel Hail Payman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. One more episode down. Episode 41 this was.
Holy crap. Getting closer to that year.
Yeah, that 52. That magical number. Yeah. So this is airing on what is it, the 19th?
I want to say this will be the 19th, yeah.
Yeah. Of December.
So this will be the last episode of Cowboy Bebop before Christmas.
Yes.
And on Christmas,
Boxing Day.
Depending on where you're from, Boxing Day for us, I don't know what day it is in America. I know it's Boxing Day in Canada.
That's because they're British colonials.
Yeah. On the 26th of December, there will be a break episode. So we'll return to Cowboy Bebop on the 2nd of January 2022.
Yeah, last Cowboy Bebop of the year. This one is.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right. It is.
Literally, yeah, because they're doing it on the 2nd.
Damn.
It's like a week, and I'll be on holiday.
Oh yeah, me too.
Well, technically a week.
How many days holiday do you have?
Just I'm going off half day, half. I say half day, a few hours early on Christmas Eve, and then go back on the Wednesday because I got the bank holidays. Because in Scotland you get the first and the second of the bank holiday of
Yes.
January because to cure a hangover. Cure? I don't know. First footing, is that just a Scottish thing or is that a whole British thing?
I do not know.
It's like guising. That's just a Scottish thing.
That's Scottish.
That's like a West Coast thing.
Trick or treating for everyone else. Yeah, it's a very West Coast thing.
Yeah, that's how I was brought up. Guising. Even though I lived in the East
Well,
Coast.
I also like, not that you drink fizzy drinks, but if you did, what would you call a can of fizzy drink?
Oh, by its name. Like whatever I was drinking. Fanta,
Oh,
Iron Brew.
okay.
Not ginger.
So I see. That's the thing. Is a ginger is apparently West Coast, and that's not what I call it. I'd say a tin of juice.
Tin of juice. Oh, I mean, yeah, I suppose.
Apparently, that's an East Coast thing, but I don't think it is.
Oh, tin of juice.
I don't believe that's a thing.
Oh, I don't know.
As someone that is married to someone from the East Coast of Scotland, they did not hear of tin of juice until they met me. So
Yeah, well, is she from the East Coast? Is she not more centre of Scotland, being Panickety?
I mean, yeah, but most of our life on the East Coast.
Yeah, I know. Just been pedantic there. Yeah, no, my
That
gran would call it ginger. Oh, you want a tin of ginger, son? And that would refer
I
to
wonder if it's a
anything.
generational thing then, as opposed to a locational thing.
Yeah, but then my gran was from Glasgow. So
Yeah. I mean, I would know. I would also know what a tin of ginger, like a can of ginger meant, or a drink of ginger. Like I'd know what that meant.
yeah,
It's just not what I would say. So
maybe it's more a Glaswegian thing.
maybe.
I don't know. I mean, in Dundee, they call roundabout circles.
Yeah, and I can honestly say to fuck with that.
Just go to the circle. That's like what? Oh yeah, yeah.
That honestly, and I know it's irrational, but it makes me really
Why
angry
does that make you angry?
because it's so fucking stupid.
That was a though. And then I went up when I went up north and worked in the northern part of Scotland for a bit. Um, the
I
guy.
asked you what a roundabout was.
No, they know what roundabouts are, but
What's a traffic light?
they know traffic lights too. Nairn's got like 9 of them in their 1 mile stretch through the whole
Oh,
town.
I am more familiar with Nairn than I care to admit.
Fucking oh man, literally, it's like 10 sets of traffic lights within a mile stretch. But anyway, no, the guy up there was calling it circles, and he's from like what's the fucking place? Bora, which is like further north than Inverness, up that stretch in the Black Isle area.
Shit.
Past,
Madness.
maybe past that, and he was calling them circles, and I was like, all right, weird. But
So to go back to the question though, how many days off do you have? Sorry.
a week and a half.
Week and a half.
Yeah, I'll
Nice.
go back on the 5th.
So wait, that's not a week and a half.
A week and a half. I go off on Christmas Eve.
Which is one day.
And then I don't go back to work for the
Sat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
it's a week and a half.
13. So you don't go back to the 5th?
Yeah, because the bank holidays.
That's 12 days.
Yeah, and that. Wait, what? That's only 7 days, technically.
Working days.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not including your weekends. Do you just
No, they're not holidays.
do you work those during your holidays?
Well, I mean, when you book holidays, you don't include them in your holiday allowance. That's because they're non-working days.
No, I don't. But it's fucking time off in a row, man.
I don't need to include weekends, man.
Go.
But
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
yeah, it's technically it's a week and a half, man.
Is that how many days I go off? It's kind of annoying, actually. Like my the way the holidays have landed this year means that I don't get. I used to get. I get 16 days in a row off.
All right, 16.
But yeah, because it's 2 days, then 5 days off, then 2 days, then 5 days off, then 2 days. But unfortunately, this year I get a short week next week, and then a short week when I go back instead, which means I only get 14 days off in a row.
Hey, that's 2 weeks, man.
I'm not gonna knock it. Put it that way.
Yeah. So when you go back, the 5th,
The 6th.
the 6th, go back on the Thursday.
Yep.
When's the schools go back?
6th.
They go back on the 6th too.
Which makes sense because you'll be working the in service, right?
Yeah, that's right. The first day's in service, so they can get their shit together again in the schools.
Yep.
Sometimes I worry about
Yeah.
teachers.
What is it? Because they need an extra day to get their shit together.
Yeah, where we just like land face first, like in the office, like, oh shit, we got all this stuff to do.
Oh
No,
man.
no,
Oh.
it's just some things you expect teachers to know, or
Fair enough.
maybe be
We-
more reasonable.
We need to end this. We need to end this. We need to be better.
All right, let's end it. Well,
We
all right, Bart.
we've gone on for about 12 minutes longer, and I know it's my fault. I'm trying to be the cause and the solution.
Yeah. Well, partner. That's been another episode of Who's That Anime? Right this time. Where we talked about episodes 15 and 16 of Cowboy Bebop. Next week we get to see a Ed episode and another Faye episode. Ooh.
Everybody gets high.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Ed. Anyway, on that note, me and my partner here will see you next week. Bye.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I don't know. You said partner, and then I was like in my brain. I was like, howdy. What's bye? What's goodbye in Cowboy?
See you later, cowboy.
It was a really broken thought. It's like, what's goodbye in Cowboy? Shit.
We've done this.
So long, partner.
So long, partner. Yeah. So long, partner.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.